Hey guys, I've, whoa, I always feel, lots of energy. I've been continuing on with semen retention, and I can really feel it like starting to break through a lot of the kind of, we could say, shadow energies in my third eye. Yeah, it's been really remarkable and profound to experience how this practice can be so healing and really so purifying. I remember last night I was in bed and I was just feeling like all this sexual energy with the Kundalini, because it amplifies the Kundalini process. And I could just feel it kind of bumping into shadow resistance, kind of maybe we could say distorted energies, unconscious energies in the third eye area that have been somewhat burdensome recently. And I could just feel how when that was happening, there was a lot of me that just wanted it to stop. And I wanted to kind of disconnect from my power and just kind of like not, and it just kind of like, no, I don't want to feel this pain anymore of the light incinerating darkness within me. Because it was like so painful, it almost brought tears to my eyes. And I just remember that a moment where I was just like about to just kind of give up on the whole thing and be like, it's too much to feel. But once again, I made this decision to just, no, I'm just going to surrender to the Kundalini. I'm going to surrender to my own life force. And I'm just going to allow it to keep working on this kind of distorted shadow energy in my third eye, or you could say this unconscious energy. And I remember in that moment, I just kind of like, I kept my belly open. Our belly's the power center. And there's a lot of times on the path in the past where I've shut down in the belly because it was too much to feel to stay in my power. That's the thing that a lot of great beings maybe don't talk about as much, is how much you really have to feel if you want to continue to stay connected to your power. And I think that's a big reason why so many of us, we continually give away our power, because it's just a lot to feel. It's a lot to feel to continue to stay open and to stay in the surrendered, allowing state, right? So last night, something in me, this divine strength came online. And it could be related to, some of it could be related to just working with Craig Holiday. I think a big part of it recently has been related to my grandpa, whom we always called Papa. He just recently passed away. I believe it was not yesterday morning, but the day before, early in the morning. And I've just been feeling closer to him than I actually ever have, which is amazing. I can just feel him in spirit. I think he automatically became one of my spiritual advisors. Like, he's just part of the team now. I can feel his essence come through, and he's got this real masculine kind of power influence on me ever since he passed into the realm he's in now, which I can feel is a really beautiful realm. And he's been there supporting me through this journey. And so anyways, I could just feel like this strength kind of wake up in me. And I just made the decision, like, I'm just going to stay in my power. I'm going to stay surrendered to this process. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to allow, and I'm just going to feel this and let the tears come if they need, or whatever needs to happen. It's fine. And I don't know, not that much longer after I made that decision, I could feel the Kundalini life force. I could feel the sexual energy that I've been retaining. I could feel it just kind of break through a layer of pain, a layer of resistance. and I could feel it just almost in real time. I could feel like the darkness dissolve and then just more light come online. And sort of this subtle bliss was happening where there was once this excruciating pain that was driving me crazy and making me want to just kind of disconnect from my power and give up. There was this subtle bliss. And then I felt all this healing energy start moving through my body, and it was going into where I needed it most. You know, I have this lingering right leg pain, lingering right leg kind of wound for whatever reason, and I could feel all of this, like, oh, it was just this very loving energy, like this Kundalini life force energy flowing into my right leg. And I could just feel the healing nature of what was starting to take place in my body. And it was because I allowed myself to stay strong and to stay surrendered and to keep feeling the pain until, you know, the light broke through. It's like the light broke through and dissolved a lot of the distorted energies, the kind of shadow energies, and it's continuing to happen. It's an ongoing process. And I was just really amazed last night by just how healing this practice can be if it's intuitively guided, if it's something that resonates with you. A lot of you have plenty of energy going. You might not need to add another layer of alchemy right now. But if it speaks to you, this practice of semen retention can be really, really helpful. And I hope that you're able to hear anything I'm saying right now, because of course the southern Colorado wind has decided to spontaneously pick up. But that's okay. I wanted this to be a shorter video anyways. But yeah, so that's what I'm going through, is just allowing this sexual energy, allowing my life force, along with the Kundalini, to really purify my being, and having the willingness to feel whatever I need to feel, to heal, and to stay in my power, to stay allowing, and to stay surrendered. That's been kind of what I've been going through, and I've been spending a lot of time in solitude, in nature, really just connecting deeply to myself. And I feel like that's a lot of what this path eventually calls forward in us, is just connecting deeply to our own being and going through what we need to go through to start to feel whole, to start to transmute, you know, our shadow into light. So that's the video today. Thanks to those of you who are joining the Patreon. A special thank you to Grant for your immense contribution. It really means a lot to me, and it's like divine timing. It really helps support me, and yeah, I just want to say thank you to you from the bottom of my heart. And while I'm counting my blessings, someone who wishes to remain anonymous, a friend of the channel, a follower of the channel, has gifted me the Craig Holiday Kripalu retreat. So that was like extraordinarily heart opening, and it just felt like my papa, who had recently passed, has been in the spirit realm working magic, working miracles for me. And so thank you, Papa. I know you're in a very magical place right now, and you know, thank you for your support from the spirit realm. And just thank you to all of you for being here, for your presence, for showing up, for continuing to do the work. You know, I've been so blessed to have some really special one-on-one sessions with you guys recently that I've just been, you know, it felt like such an honor to connect with you in that way. And so, yeah, just honored to serve. And I've got a really powerful Patreon video coming out today and tomorrow. Today's is all about how the Kundalini rises from the root and how it wants to move up and out through the crown. It was an extremely energetically heightened video. I felt like a lot of light came through. And then tomorrow's video is my 5 tenets that I've been intuitively following, I realized, but the 5 tenets that just came through spontaneously for every YouTube video I make. The 5 tenets I try to follow that really help me to unshackle from my inner critic and unleash my inner artist, so that I can remain free and in the flow and be as prolific as I am And when I say prolific, I just mean create as much as I do. I feel like these 5 tenets are I could write a whole book on them, but they're really the tenets that I've discovered through creating that have helped guide me the most in how to stay free and how to stay kind of, like I said, in the flow state. And I really love that video. It might be my favorite Patreon video I've ever made. So I've got those 2 videos coming out, one today about Kundalini and then tomorrow about the 5 tenets that I follow when I make a YouTube video. So lots of good stuff coming through. And yeah, just thanks for being here. You all mean so much to me. I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.